how about we go from there to the natural progression? Did we come from apes? Were we ourselves a result of genetic manipulation? What if I told you? What if I told you we've got alien DNA in our DNA? So they say. So it says the film Prometheus could be accurate. Science, you have extraterrestrial DNA. Now that's a bold claim to make. In fact, that is a really extraordinary claim to make, and that requires extraordinary evidence, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the thing. You see, I've heard it been said that our own DNA is a bit of a conundrum for these scientists out there. I know they're dead bright and they're dead clever, but there's still like 90% of our DNA that they haven't figured out yet. I know they call it junk, but that's just to like cover for their inability to understand it and crack the code, okay? So we don't even understand our own DNA fully. That's why I kind of have a pause to wonder, do we really know? Do we really know if there's extraterrestrial DNA in there, since we really have no idea what we're talking about anyway? I'm just saying. But anyway, if we get into this story, I'm enjoying this little solo gig tonight, I must say. Having fun here. Yep. Hope you're having fun out there too, because in the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Cup of tea. I'll be going to get a nice cup of coffee for the final segment, because we're going to do deep woo in the final segment. But let's get into this here. After another comprehensive analysis with the assistance of other scientists, computer programmers, mathematicians, and other learned scholars aplenty, Professor Chang had wondered if the apparently junk human DNA was potentially created by some kind of extraterrestrial programmer. And perhaps this is the missing link for the human race, reports the HuffPost. Ooh, I'm liking it so far. I'm liking the idea. That's all I'm saying. So it says, Professor Chang then further stipulates that, quote, our hypothesis is that a higher extraterrestrial life form was engaged in creating new life and planting it on various planets. Earth is just one of them. So you're talking about some race of beings, civilization, highly advanced, that was going out and seeding planets, maybe even via panspermia. Maybe sending out various probes, meteors, all loaded with DNA, amino acids, the very building blocks of life, and fired off at potential planets. Maybe, right? Maybe. Who knows? I'm liking it. And it goes on to say here, Professor Chang further indicates that what we see in our DNA is a program consisting of two versions, a big code and a basic code. Mr. Chang then goes on to confirm that the, quote, first fact is the complete program was positively not written on Earth. That is now a verified fact. The second fact is that genes, not Jimmy, just genes by themselves are not enough to explain evolution. There is something more in quotations, the game. It's the code of the simulation I offer you folks. And anyway, it goes on to say, sooner or later, Professor Chang says we have to come to grips with the unbelievable notion that every life on Earth carries genetic code for his extraterrestrial cousin, and that evolution is not what we think it is. The Human Genome Project discovery implications associated with, quote, human-looking extraterrestrials. Whoa! The severe yet exciting implications of these scientific finds would further reinforce claims by other top leading scientists and observers of having contact with off-world human-looking extraterrestrials. This is a good one. In 2013, top scientists from Kazakhstan confirmed that human DNA was encoded with an extraterrestrial signal by ancient alien civilizations which visited planet Earth before our existence. And the scientists now call it biological SETI. And the researchers claim that the mathematical code in human DNA cannot be explained by evolution. So this only comes to one conclusion, that we are of an alien origin ourselves as a species. Oh boy. This will get people riled up the wrong way, I know it. In a roundabout way, we are all a kind of living, breathing vessels for some kind of alien message, which is more easily used to detect extraterrestrial life than via radio transmissions. Perhaps this is why a lot of us are starting to waken. Once fixed, the code might stay unchanged over cosmological timescales. In fact, it is the most durable construct known. And the researchers wrote in the scientific journal Icarus, therefore, it represents exceptionally reliable storage for an intelligent signature. Oh, this is good stuff. Once the genome is appropriately rewritten, the new code with a signature will stay frozen in the cell, and its progeny, which might then be delivered through space and time. The scientists also claim that human DNA is ordered so precisely that it reveals, quote, an ensemble of arithmetical, oh my goodness, arithmetical and ideographical patterns of symbolic language. Their important research has led the scientists to conclude that we were invented outside the solar system already several billion years ago. One mystery remains. If we were the creation of aliens, who created them? Very interesting. Very interesting. Now I ask you all, keep an open mind. Don't let your own belief systems or preconceived ideas trigger you about what you're hearing here. Keep an open mind, and I provide, you decide, because I don't know. So I can't tell you what to think. I only like to think I help you to think. Because thinking for ourselves nowadays is so crucial. Especially with all the things we talk about social media. We were talking with Travis and Bill last night about how literally so many of the things we think are our own thoughts may not be our own creation at all. So just thinking for yourself, just consuming alternative information, listening to shows like this, checking out networks like TFR, going down the rabbit holes that you all go down yourselves out there. That's why you all deserve a giant pat on the back. Because yous are going through this awakening. For better, for worse. Doesn't make anyone better than anyone else, but you're asking questions, you're thinking for yourself.